Hey, what's up, Sports Talk Detroit Nation? Hey, we are going to talk about Jameson Williams. We got his trainer, somebody who has done extensive work with him that is now on record talking about his work ethic, how he plays, and how people gravitate toward him. There's a bunch of good news. But before we do that, in today's video, we are partnering with Mint Mobile. This is something new for us. And I know, have you ever thought to yourself, why in the world is my wireless bill so high? All right. Well, that's why I want to tell you about Mint Mobile. You may have seen the funny ads from Ryan Reynolds, whatever that looks like. Here's the deal with Mint Mobile. They are connected to the nation's largest 5G network. They do a great job. I could save a ton of money with Mint Mobile. I think you might be able to as well. So if you want, go ahead, click that QR code in the corner. The link will be in the description. It is super easy to switch, everybody. They do eSIMs, regular SIM cards, whatever you need. They make it super easy. So go ahead. If you think you can save some money, which you might be able to, check it out on the QR code below. But let's talk about our boy, Jameson Williams. Here's kind of what happened. We know that everybody talks about Jameson Williams and they worry about him almost too much so. And I will admit, I worry about him sometimes. Like, what is this work ethic look like? And how does that work for the NFL? Here's the fact: we don't know. So now we get a behind the curtain peek with this guy. It is his trainer. Like I said, his name is Brandon White. And he explains how the Lions have the real deal when it comes to Jameson Williams. So here's kind of what they were talking about with him. And so when they first, he remembers telling his all-star crew of receivers, he's like, hey, we got this guy who is supposed to be really good. He's working with a bunch of them. Let's show him how we move because it's always really competitive out there. So I brought those big dogs out there, and then he was electric. He was so good out there, and he was running around those cones so fast, the plan didn't work. Like, people weren't able to show him what was going on. That did not work for him, and he said that he was overly impressed with him. But it's not just his physical tools. We know about his physical tools. We know what's going on. It was not just standing out with his speed and physical tools, but Whitehead was impressed with his work ethic too. All right, so here's what he said. At this past event we had, we were sending out all the players' clips of their drills. Here, check yourself out, White explained. He wanted his and he wanted Tyreek Hill's and a couple of other players. He was the only player to ask for somebody else's clip. What does that tell you? I thought that was so good. Per White, Williams has been consistently early to his practice sessions. He never takes a rep off. And when it comes to studying the game, Williams has gone above and over the top to learn. So, of course, naturally, the next question was talking about his character. And White honestly was perplexed. Here's what he said. He said, that's news to me. One thing you can see, guys gravitate toward him. Guys are always around him. Guys love him. He's quiet. He's a hard worker and just a good guy. I don't have anything bad to say about him. His character, he's a fantastic guy. I've talked to his dad personally on draft night when he got drafted. I talked to his mom. They're good, praying people, so I know they raised a good, strong, mentally strong son. I'm like, okay. Like, how much better can this get? You have a guy that's worked with him, that's trained him, that continues to work with him, that has been a big part of his journey. And all he's saying is good things about Jameson Williams. Like, when are we going to start to learn this? And I think, like, I get the gambling situation. I get it. But what if he just didn't know? Like, he even came out and said he didn't know. White went on to say, I've met some guys in my journey that were just different dudes. We're working with this position here. All right. But anything about JMO and character concern would just be news to me. He's like, it's not there. And that's what I love about it so much. Like, and so here's what we know. Either we can take our judgments. We can have this very small view of who Jameson Williams is and the news that comes out there, which, look, once negative news gets on a person, the news is always looking for more negative. They're trying to find more. They're trying to find the next story. They're trying to find the next piece. So we can either sit here and believe what we know, even though we've never met Jameson Williams, even though all we know of him is the brief interviews that he's done, or we can start listening to the coaches who say they have no concerns with him. We can start listening to his athletic trainer who's just like, dude comes to work. Not only is he talented, he shows up early, he works hard, he's asking for film, not just of himself, but of other players because he wants to be better. He outworks people and he's better talented. He's more talented than other people. Like, honestly, let's go. Let's do it. So that's kind of where I'm at with this one. I'm not going to make this. I'm not going to talk this into the ground here. I'm excited about Jameson Williams. Get that 6-game suspension over with so we can see this dude out there shining. Doesn't answer the question about his hands, though. I will say that. All right. Hey, leave your comment below. Let us know what you think. And we will talk to you on the next one. Thanks for watching.